Salute to everybody, man. It's Hollywood Herm. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, man. Just chilling. Just pulled up to my mama house. About to go in a minute, but just wanted to cook and cook Nikola Jokic, man. I think a lot of people overrate him. I think a lot of people put him on the status that Richie has not done enough to belong in those conversations. And me, honestly, Kenya Martin inspired this video, man. Shout out to Kenya Martin, Kmart, man. He inspired this video. He did his 200 players list for Draymond. I'm going to do my 15 centers over Nikola Jokic. A lot of people want to put him in conversations like he top 20 already or saying that he's a top 5 center of all time. Nah, let's cut that shit out. Man, Nikola Jokic is not even top 15 center of all time, man. And I'm going to go there. I'm going to break it down. For instance, let's look at this, man. I'm going to start from the bottom to the top, though. I'm going to start off from the bottom to the top. Wes Unseld. Wes Unseld was one of the only players in NBA history to win an NBA MVP, Rookie of the Year, and an NBA championship within the same year. Wes Unseld did that. Um, I don't think he done enough to be past Wes Unseld, the guy that was a double-double machine, the guy that was a defensive pirate in the 70s, which was enriched with a lot of some of the most hybrid centers in NBA history for us, centers that could play make, centers that was athletic, centers that was skillful as well. And a lot of people underrate that decade, and I think that decade has the best crop of centers in NBA history. I'm going to start off with Wes Unseld being better than Nikola Jokic. Uh, let's go to another center, man. Willis Reed. Willis Reed, a guy that was instrumental in the New York Knicks winning their only 2 championships in NBA history. A guy that came back from an injury. Walk on. Hey, shout out to the lady, man. What it do, Jive Turkey, nigga? Country ass nigga. Well, I'm country too though, but you a country ass nigga, boy. Man, happy Thanksgiving to you, nigga. Um, I'm gonna start off with a nigga like Willis Reed brought the Knicks to only 2 championships. The Knicks haven't won shit since he was there. He was very instrumental as well. Him and Walt Frazier was probably one of the best duos in NBA history, one of the most underrated duos in NBA history, and one of the most forgotten duos in NBA history. Even better than the duo of Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. They was better than that duo. Willis Reed and Walt Frazier was great defensively as well. With Walt Frazier being one of the best perimeter defenders and Willis Reed being a great interior defender, something that Nikola Jokic is not, and something that Jamal Murray is not. So that duo is all actuality better than the Nuggets. Hell, that duo won 2 chips in a tough era. We see Nikola Jokic and Murray still stuck at one. Could they win another one? Yeah, but I doubt it. Um, let's go with another center that a lot of people don't like to talk about. Like I said, I'm starting from the bottom to the top though, so I ain't even going at the cream of the crop niggas yet. So man, y'all brace yourself. Bill Walton. What Bill Walton did in his career in Portland alone was better than anything that Nikola Jokic has done. He brought Portland their first championship. Bill Walton was considered one of the best players in the league, and he was getting dominant numbers against the Willis Reeds, the Wes Unselds, um, the goddamn, I forgot the motherfucker from the Celtics because he just slipped on top of my head because I was going to use him. We're getting great numbers against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Hi to everybody that's in the chat, man. Salute to y'all. Bill Walton was instrumental, ahead of his time in all actuality. Injuries slowed him up, but primarily even after the injuries, he was a significant piece to why the Boston Celtics won a couple of their titles later on in the 80s as well, being the sixth man. Um, Understanding that he wasn't the same physically, but he still was skillful and still had a very high IQ enough to be very instrumental in those rings and had a huge impact as well. But Bill Walton, what he did for the city of Portland and what he had to go through, because he went through significant competition to actually win the chip. I got Bill Walton over that man as well. Patrick Ewing. Even though Patrick Ewing didn't win the chip, even though he was winless, Patrick Ewing on the offensive defensive end was great. With both of them combined, he had more impact on the game than Nikola Jokic ever could have on the game. Yes, Nikola Jokic play make. Yes, he scores, but he got a guy, Aaron Gordon, that takes upon a lot of the situations of guarding the elite big man or being the interior defender or something that he really is not great at. But Patrick Ewing was great on both ends, and he went against elite competition at the center position. He had to guard guys like a David Robinson, Keem Olajuwon. He had underrated guys like Alonzo Mourners, guys like that he had to deal with on a night in and night out basis. Something that Nikola Jokic don't have to go through. Another guy, and I ain't even going in no specific order. I just name a guys. This the fourth guy, Alonzo Mourning. I think Alonzo Mourning is forgotten. People don't realize the obstacles that he had to overcome with the kidney issues. He missed a significant part of his prime due to his kidney issues, and his career was threatened with those kidney issues. But at the time, at his prime, Alonzo Mourning was one of the best defensive players at his position in the league, and he also offensively was a great big man as well. Could shoot the mid range, had a good post game. He was not only the best offensive player on the team, he was the best defensive player on the team as well. The former defensive player of the year and former All Star and All NBA caliber player year in and year out. It's just so much competition that sometimes he was left off of those first teams because Nikola Jokic don't have to go through that stuff that Alonzo Mourning had to go through for Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson. They're just the top three year in and year out for his centers. But he was in the mix because he was defending those guys and was defending those guys at a high level. Something that Nikola Jokic don't have to go through because he don't have real competition at the center position. So he doesn't have to go through that. So that's just a thing that a lot of people don't realize. When you look at when you look at Alonzo Mourning, he's very underrated, very underappreciated, and he should get more praise and more props to what he brought to the game. Unlike guys who try to bring. But that's another guy, another center to me. And a lot of people don't consider him a center, but I always tell you guys when you guys try to use this man as a power forward, he's the best. He one of the best centers of all time. Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan played most of his game as a center. The only reason he was considered a power forward because he came into the NBA with David Robinson still being there. So somebody had to be the power forward. And why not make the younger and more mobile and more fresher guy your power forward? So that's the only reason he was considered a power forward. But after David Robinson's departure, Tim Duncan became a center. Played most of his games as a center. But a lot of people consider Tim Duncan one of the most guys able. Hey, yeah, hey. Hey, yeah, I do got to get a haircut, bro, but I ain't get a haircut. I ain't get my nose trimmed or nothing, man, due to the fact that shit. Due to the fact I don't go to the barbershop this Saturday. And I might not go then because I'm going to be tired as hell. But yeah, good looking out on the nose hair, man. I'm getting old, man. When you wise, you get those gray nose hairs when you wise, my nigga. But appreciate that Dookie burrito. Shout out to you for that, man. Y'all hit that like button. If y'all not subscribed, subscribe. But I got a lot of niggas over Nikola Jokic, man. He's not even a top 15 center. I would go down the line, but Tim Duncan is better than him. Shaquille O'Neal is better than him. Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's a lot of great centers that he's now over, and he has a long way to go to be better than them, and has a long way to go to get to that stature. I think Nikola Jokic is good for this era, but I want you guys to be real, though. I want you guys to be real. What has he gone through as a center at his position? When he plays against Joel Embiid, Embiid dominates him. Embiid cooks him. All the time he go against Giannis, he get cooked by Giannis. But, man, y'all hit that like button, man, for the go inside, kick it, man. Salute y'all. I'm out.